I will be way too lazy to watch this on my own.
So, you're looking for the Genshin Killer. You've been searching it up on YouTube and you're...
I love the fact that right away in his screen there's literally an acre. There's literally Acorn leak. I already saw this picture. I already saw this form. So well, like I would be pissed. Did Mtashed get replaced? I don't know. Okay, yeah. Let's go with Genshin Killers. My
You're wondering if Wuthering Waves is it. Well, let me show you
There's no such thing as Genshin Killer. Let's go.
something right now. Oh, that's right. It's a motorbike.
Wait,
boy.
that's a very fucking cool boss.
This
So
game has some awesome music. It's got some real cool attacks.
wait. Did he just transform into
This
the
game
car?
has some awesome music. It's got some real cool attacks.
Okay.
It's got summons that you can pull in and battle enemies. It's got some interesting new takes on the gacha game system.
And it still won't kill Genshin Impact because people who play that game are way too fucking deep into this rabbit hole, and no matter what you do, they will still come back to that game. Thank you very much. We can close the video.
Systems. But is this going to be the Genshin Killer? Let's have a chat. Let's have an honest chat about it. I want to go over some of the main systems. I want to go over some of the main things that I'm seeing. I want to go over the characters. I want to go over if this is something you should actually care about.
Why is Kami's like a little bit laggy?
Elephant in the room. Genshin Killer. Genshin's a good game, like for the people that want Genshin. But let me explain one thing.
This game was cool. Yeah,
when I started Genshin,
it does.
I thought it was going to be more combat, more bosses. I thought that the Spiral Abyss was just the beginning.
I mean, okay.
And they've built a game around minigames. It is not the game I thought it was going to be or expected. And there's a lot of people like me that are not happy with Genshin. So for me, Wuthering Waves probably is the Genshin Killer. But for people that like Genshin Impact, and they
like you cannot say the game for you is a Genshin Killer if you no longer give a fuck about Genshin. Like, it's not like you're playing Genshin every single day and then this game came out and you went from this one to that one. You cannot, like, that's not the game. Like, if that was the case, yeah, it was the Genshin Killer for you because it dragged you away from Genshin and, like, force you, I mean, no, not force you, but made you want to play Wuthering Waves more. But if I already stopped playing the game and you don't completely give a fuck about the game, like, this game literally have nothing to do with, in this case, Mtashed quitting the game.
I like the story. It probably isn't.
People are making videos about Wuthering Waves killing Genshin just because they wanna leech the fact that Wuthering Waves is popular and is going to release soon. Like, of course. Like, let's be honest. This type of videos are very clickable. So every single click for those people is additional money. It's more ads, more views, more money. So of course they will do those videos. Of course they'll be milking it. Making Warcast is supposed to be banned by Mihail from C program or something. Oh wait, milking Wuthering Waves, cause just because he was supposed. Oh, wait. Okay. Oh, I understand what you are saying. That he is milking this game because he is banned from. Nah, this doesn't mean anything. This doesn't literally mean anything. This doesn't mean a shit. Like I said, this is bullshit. What?
It probably won't have as good of a story. It probably won't
Well, again, this is bullshit. What Tash is saying, this is bullshit. This game for you, for him, is not a Genshin Killer because you already dropped the game and you don't give a single flying fuck about what's going on in Genshin. PGR update on 23rd? Wait, update by you mean alpha is actually coming? Okay, then we are playing PGR on Friday. So yes, like I said, if Mtashed was playing Genshin every single day, wait, I mean he actually played Genshin like 2 days ago. I think he played Genshin like 2 days ago, but still, like to call Wuthering Waves a Genshin Killer, it has to like drag you away from that game for a very long time, like permanently, and drag you from the game that you actually enjoy and you play it all the time. Like, you cannot say that, for example, League of Legends for me is my Dota killer because I stopped playing Dota. Like, I was playing Dota like for a month from time to time. It was never a killer. I like that game, and it's just a stupid take. It's just a stupid take.
Won't have as deep of lore, but if you're into combat, if you want to fight, the vibe is, yeah, this is probably going to be better. But there's a lot of similarities.
Yeah,
There's a
we
lot
are
of
looking
different
for more
things in the
fightings.
game that are very familiar. It's a gacha game with different characters.
Bro, I love this avatar. Like, everyone is and there is like small cat. Like a fucking gremlin.
And in order to ascend them, I need to use my energy and I need to get my stuff and I have to put my effort in and my time in to ascend them. And there's only so many characters that I can ascend before I run out of resources. Same thing goes with the weapons. There's only so many weapons I can get. And there's artifact type sets. This is a really cool system. Like, I understand there's going to be some differences. If you want a
I cannot comment on those because I haven't played the game. So.
new game to play, if you want something to do, I think that for a few months, Wuthering Waves will be the Genshin Killer. It will be the Honkai Star Rail Killer.
Please stop using this name. Like, we have to stop calling things a Genshin Killer. And it has no, like, there's nothing. Okay, it has nothing to do with Star Rail. Like, new game will. Okay, so in this case, should I call? And on Genshin Killer Days of Death. Okay, like, from based on what are you saying? I'm playing Honkai Star Rail, and then the next week, Baldur's Gate 3 is coming. I'm stopping. I stopped playing Honkai Star Rail to play Baldur's Gate. Is Baldur's Gate Honkai Star Rail killer? No, it's not. Because the new game is out. I want to play it. I will like play the other game less, but I will still play it. I will go back to it. To call a game a killer of another game, the specific game who is that killer has to take the player base for a very long time. So the other game who's being killed is like actually fuck, I forgot the word. Like, actually suffers from the player loss for like a prolonged period of time. That's why we cannot call this a Genshin fucking killer, because people, of course, that's a new fucking game. There's a new game that people want to check. It's doing the same thing as Genshin. It's an open world with cute and sexy girls with great looking males. Amazing world, new stuff to play. Of course, people will not quit. They will just stop focusing 100% on a specific game, and they will just go to another game because it's new. It's like with every single fucking game. We have to stop addressing other games as killers, because that's a bullshit. League of Legends is not a killer of Dota, because if you want to play Dota, you play Dota. If you want to play League, you play League. So like every single game that I don't know makes me not play other games is a killer of that game. That's such a stupid take. You lost me after Genshin.
Because everyone's gonna jump in on the hype. But it can only be the Genshin killer long term if it is actually good long term. If we unlock all these things and the characters are amazing. If the map opens up and there's awesome things to do. If these bosses just keep being amazing. If the music keeps being amazing. If they keep adding challenges and things to do. This game could be the killer. But it is also not revolutionary in a lot of ways. It is a gacha game. And if you don't like gacha games, you're not going to like this game more than Genshin.
Why is that?
If you like gacha games, I think this one has a lot of potential. If you do like combat, I think this one has a lot of potential.
Like, wait, why is that? I heard that gacha system is better. I heard that they improved a lot of things that Genshin could never. That was intended. So, like, why is this game worse? Like I said, I haven't played the game. I wasn't allowed to. I'm not that big of a content creator to get a free pass. So, Reaper, please stop.
Some of the stuff here. That's kind of my long TLDR. Is it's gonna be good. I think it'll steal some market share for a short period of time, but it's up to them to steal it long term. So let's talk about it. The map, the world, looks pretty good. We've got some areas that have more color than others. This is, one example. Let's teleport somewhere else. So you can
this is like
not everywhere looks exactly.
It is more tame when it comes to color palette.
It's good enough for me. I look at the water. I look at this world. I am happy with it.
For me, it when it comes to the world itself, it feels like more similar to Tower of Fantasy. Like, I don't know, it's way more similar to Tower of Fantasy than to Genshin when it comes to the world. I don't know why.
I think that Genshin is a lot more vibrant, that is for sure. But I am not going to cry about this world and how it looks. As for the characters, I personally like the character models more than Genshin Impact. In the sense, I like the kind of modern style.
I think they are. I think they also look like more mature and adult. Like, I don't know if those are not the same. Water.
Every design is better than Genshin. I don't look at every single character and I'm like, oh, they're just better. Some of them look pretty generic overall. They don't look amazing, but I just like this art style. The sharper features, the more modern or masculine type features. I like it a lot more. But I like.
Wait, do you have every single character?
So far. I'm really liking everything I'm seeing so far.
Big booba.
I think that.
Okay.
For me, I care about the kit and the stats and what they can do, and a lot of the kits have quite a bit of nuance to them. There's a lot of different things going on. Each character, some of them are counter characters, some of them are fast attacking characters, some of them you need to use all your different abilities.
As far as I know, they don't give you every single character. Looks like he never tried. Looks like he never tried PGR before.
Abilities to make them.
Like, this is sad because a lot of people never tried PGR. Like, a lot of content creators never tried PGR, but that's also like that's also Kuro's fault for like they never tried collabing with creators. Like, as far as I know, they never tried, and like, let's be honest, if you do not advertise your game, people will not come. Like, you can pay Eggman. I said that a few times. You can pay Eggman few bucks, and he will play the game. And I assure you, you will see a big spike in popularity. Because if someone hates Eggman, I mean, okay, like, if someone likes Eggman, they will come to the stream, they will watch. They will, like, maybe they will like, maybe they won't, but they will see a new game and maybe they will try it. There's a high chance they will try it. And if someone hates Eggman, they will still come to this video or the stream to hate on him or tell him how fucking stupid he is. And occasionally they will also see the game and maybe they will like it. So people don't like PGR because they are scared of the ping system that is becoming irrelevant due to almost all Gen 2 units having ping sorting. Okay, like we are kind of sidetracking from the main point, but I'm gonna be honest. At the very beginning, when I played PGR, because I mean, if I'm not mistaken, I tried playing PGR on emulator. Like there was a lot of things going when I was doing the emulator because of the ping system. But later I just played on phone, and you can do this. And I do agree that the ping system might be scary, but on PC, I cannot tell you how it works with a mouse and keyboard because I haven't played on this. I play on controller. It's still done very well. Like you just have to get used to it. It's not hard. It's not like, oh my god, like I have to play 500 stages to understand. No, it's like 5-10 stages and you are okay with it. Do you understand how it works? And like Reaper said, other units will have auto sort. Like if you play the best example for me is Bianca. You literally wait until your ult is up. You do your matrix, and like every single ping is you click once and all ping is gone. Once again, all ping is gone. Once again, all ping is gone. So it's not as hard. I don't understand why people are so scared of it. I mean, I do understand, but this is nothing that scary to not try the game. In my opinion, at least. Like if you haven't played PGR, please play it. It's a great game and a lot of free stuff. Ping system is easier to do on the phone. Keyboard mouse is just waiting for muscle memory to build. Yeah, that's also true. Controller is hard unless you are used to the controller gameplay from other games. Like yes, on the phone is easy because you just tap it. Like there's nothing special about it. Like it's easy. Like I said, I cannot say on how it works on keyboard. On controller, like it took me, like I don't know, like a not even a week, like 3-4 days to like get used to the ping system, and it's not that hard. It's not that hard. Literally, it's not that hard.
Pop off,
okay,
and
going
some of
back.
them are quick swap. Like it's still just like every other gacha game. There's some characters that are gonna be good, some that are gonna be bad. There's like honestly, what matters more for me is if I take this character and I take this weapon, are there cool things for me to fight and use it on? Am I going to be challenged? Am I going to care about the game? Let's chat about that.
Wait, let's go back. I want to see those in 3D. Wait. Oh. Oh. Oh yeah, baby. We see those in 3D. Oh my god. Let's go.
Am I going to be challenged? Am I going to care about the game? Let's chat about that. Just over here, straight ahead here, is the Abyss, or something like the Abyss. This is one of the systems that I've just unlocked, and it's fine. All right? It's nothing revolutionary. I guess I gotta probably...
Do those glasses actually work? Like, I tried them once on Minecraft, and I think that, like, more or less, yeah. They are not, like, as good as real glasses, but yeah.
Teleported there, but it's nothing revolutionary. It's something we've all seen before. Harder and harder waves that, unless you ascend your characters, you won't be able to beat. But this is essentially the same idea as, like, the Abyss. It's gonna get harder and harder.
Like, I hope the difference is, because in like, let's be honest, Abyss in Genshin is literally, oh hi, here is the monster with 4 million HP. You just have to power through it, or it will one shot you with the most bullshit ability that you just have to tank it. or have a shielder that will literally tank it for you. I hope this game is, oh hi, this monster is fast, he's doing those attack, he's doing those attack, he's doing those attack, and you have to parry this, you have to dodge this, you have to counter that. I want this game to be like, I don't want to use the term Dark Souls or like Souls-like or whatever, but I want it to go that way. So I like, if someone is crying about something being hard or something being bullshit, I could just go to him and say, "Get good." I want this game to be this type of game.
Floors goes deeper and deeper. You get rewards.
Holy shit, I'm zooming.
Based on how quickly you do it. But it's pretty cool. That being said, they also start throwing in some bosses, and the rumor is, because I haven't unlocked yet, the bosses have different move sets or additional sets or additional phases. But I haven't got there yet. I haven't unlocked all the different stuff. So
like we are slowly going through the
right now.
into this.
In game, there's like the basic floors here. So there's like, 4 floors for each of these. And then we've got these ones here. That's another 4 floors each. There's also a roguelike system that I haven't quite unlocked yet. Don't know how hard it gets. Don't know how crazy it is. But there is a whole other system there. I cannot tell you if these systems will be the Genshin Killer until I put a lot more time into them and play them. But most likely, it won't.
Like, okay, like I wonder how much money would I get if I would get $1 for every time someone says Genshin Killer. I'll have enough for new PC right away. Holy shit, let's do this.
Be revolutionary and crazy. It might be harder than Genshin Impact. But if we start looking at like Endgame and Genshin Killer Revolutionary, I would say that Honkai Star Rail,
$2.
the way they have continued to add new stuff. There was MOC, and then they added more MOC, and then they added Pure Fiction, the simulated universe, and then there's a new world, and then a new game mode that turned it. The only way Wuthering Waves beats Genshin is if they take these systems they've already created and they just go more, another one, a different boss, add something else, add a mechanic, add some depth. Because if it's just this, it's gonna feel the same. I run around, I do the world, and then every week I do my Abyss or whatever it is.
Sorry.
You know what I'm saying? This is the wrong screen. This is the right screen. And so, if you want more Genshin, there is a situation where Wuthering Waves is just more Genshin. Or like a similar vibe to Genshin. It's something to do in between. But if they can nail the bosses, like some of these bosses are so interesting to me. They're so cool. And if they can just continue
go ahead and ask
else,
don't worry.
And make them challenging and exciting and give me a reason to fight, that's cool. Character progression, all of this stuff is like identical to any of the other gacha games I've been playing. The open world, this stuff is pretty similar. They've got some good movement stuff here. I can do my own little movements and dashes and double jumps and glides. It's all similar.
It's like a wire back in Rise.
The open world though is sometimes it feels a little bit sparse.
When double reward coming tomorrow.
As you would like, or as many little chests and things as
it is tomorrow, Halsey.
But it's still a very similar vibe to Genshin Impact, to Tower Fantasy kind of thing. But I wanted to address this, okay? Overall, I think that this game, current state, is absolutely better than Tower Fantasy, and it's not even close. When I played Tower Fantasy, within like the first hour.
Who gives a fuck about Tower Fantasy? Like, let's be honest. Bro, you could hire 10 people in Minecraft, give them, I don't know, 6 months, and they will do a better game than Tower Fantasy in Minecraft with more things to. What the fuck?
Or so, I knew, this game might be in trouble. This game, I said, oh. This game has some potential.
Also, Tower of Fantasy was never a Genshin competition for Genshin. Genshin is a single player game with some multiplayer aspect to it, and Tower of Fantasy is literally an MMO. Like we cannot, like to some extent you can compare it, but it's yeah.
I can tell right away with games, does it feel good? Does the movement feel good? Can I dash around? Can I do these different things? Does it feel fluid? Yes. Does the combat feel interesting? Yes. This character functions different than this character, functions than this character, and I want to learn them all and I want to test them all. I think it's really cool. But the one thing I didn't anticipate being so excited about is this system. So what is this? What is this right here? It is an echo. I killed those enemies, and they have left behind an echo.
Good luck,
This is
Ozzy.
essentially like a Pokemon type system. I collect them.
Oh yeah, I saw this. That's pretty
I've
cool.
now collected
That's pretty cool.
these echoes. I could go in and I can alter my echo choices.
Yeah, this is pretty fun.
So, an echo is kind of like an artifact or a relic.
I also saw
It's
this.
got
This is
different
also very cool.
substats on it. All right, and each one, even if it's the same enemy, can
Just
have
go.
different substats. This has defense. This has attack. But the effect, the set effect, is going to be the same. That being said, if we go in here, I got to find an example of it really quickly. If we look at this enemy, let's say, or this enemy, this is a Havoc Dreadmane. This is like a low tier one, okay? This is a low tier one doing
He looks cool.
105 damage. Look at this one. This one's doing 158 damage. So this is a higher tier one. It's a leveled up one and stuff. The different rarities, you can just see in this one. This is a blue rarity one.
Bro, is that a
This does 3
Warframe?
attacks, 231 damage. This one does 264 damage. So you can fight these enemies, get
Fuck.
rarer versions
That's so cool.
with better substats potentially, and you can farm them up indefinitely. If I go down here and I was to go fight this boss, there's a boss down here, okay? Even if I don't want to use my energy to fight this boss, I can still kill it and see if it'll drop an echo, which is, I think, is pretty badass. So I could go all the way down here. I could start the boss fight. I could kill it. He's just chilling down there.
Wait, so there's a
And
chance
if he
for the
drops
drop?
the echo, W. That's great. And if he doesn't, I can come back in 10 minutes and do it again, or 5 minutes and do it again. And so, while it's
Okay.
annoying needing energy to level up and ascend all your different characters and ascend all their weapons, one of the big progression points in the game is essentially free. Now, that doesn't mean infinite, because if I look at this and I want to upgrade this, there are resources to level up my
Where are the mummies?
my little wolf here.
I think there's not
I
a
can
single
level up
mummy in this
these
game.
units, okay?
There are a
And I'll just show
few
you this. I'll waste it.
beautiful ladies,
And
but not
every
a single
5
mummy, if I'm not
levels,
mistaken.
I can strengthen it. Okay? So now I've unlocked this. If I want to get this substat, I have to use a tuner. And these are finite. They're not finite. I think you can farm them long term. But it is something that you're not going to have an infinite amount. So you want to make sure you get it.
Okay.
I'll do it. I'll show you. So I ended up getting base
Wasted
attack
potential.
damage. I got some extra attack damage. Sure.
Okay, like there's also no mummy in PGR. Like we don't have a single MILF in PGR. Wait, that's actually sad.
Works
Holy
pretty
shit.
good on my character. She does quite a few of them. But I can still get the main stats. I can still level them up, and I can still get set bonuses going for free. But it is not a system where it's
But there
completely
is?
energy-less or resource-less. You still have to put in some resources, and they are going to be finite, and you can't progress infinitely. So when I look at all the different systems, this is not revolutionary.
Mhm.
The overall game is going to have some similarities and familiar moments. You're going to be like, oh, this is just more Genshin. And for some people,
Because this game is a copy of Genshin. It is. Like, and Genshin is a copy of, what was that game? Of Zelda. Or Breath of the Wild, okay. Like, it is the same idea.
People, that's really good. And for me, I think because the combat is interesting enough, these enemies are interesting enough. Let me just switch to a different party.
Please say Genshin Killer.
I think that overall,
Please say Genshin Killer.
Skills and like this is a gun guy. He feels like pretty cool. He's got some cool attacks.
Oh shit, oh my god, his skills are green.
Using new characters and trying new things and
I want
to show you something really interesting. So let me just fight this enemy for a little bit here, so I can show you this cool move. Okay, I'm getting shit on already. Nice.
Nah, they are not mummies. Like, mommy needs to be older. Okay. They're like younger mummies.
So I can use my animals and like go in here and attack. Pretty cool. But look at this. I can use her attack and use my other guy, and she'll stay on the field. There's some really interesting things where you can trigger an attack, and the other person stays on the field. Or this guy, he will actually join in and just like appear and do an attack sometimes.
Okay, so this is literally what QuickTime Event is in Honkai Impact, and what some characters also do in PGR. I mean, every character does in PGR. You can either use them as a support, so they will come in, they will do their shit, and they will go back, or you can switch them. This is literally PGR, but enhanced.
What I didn't anticipate was with the combat.
Like, it shows how many people do not even like never played PGR. Holy shit! No, they are mummies because they are older.
the swapping feature. And doing these little attacks, like I'll just wait till it procs one. 1 second here. Maybe I have to use my ultimate. When it procs it,
holy shit! I'm actually like
summon this other person.
Some of those are 3D.
And switch to her and do like this chain attack, this combo attack. I love the feeling of it. It's such a simple thing. But each character has their own rotations and have their own abilities. She has like a charge meter. You use your attacks and then you consume all the charge, and she does this big nuke. Everyone.
No one gives a fuck about this part.
This girl, you know, she's a healer. This girl, you alternate between all your different attacks, and then she does like an AOE like venti ult kind of thing. And you want to use them. You want to play through them. You want to use their skills, but then swapping out to the other people can also trigger different effects. It can boost up your next unit's damage. It could debuff the enemy. All these different things.
Yeah, this is literally PGR.
You kind of want to have each person on field do their combo, and then you swap off. And I don't know, it just feels fun. I've swapped teams 500 different times in Genshin, but for some reason, it feels very satisfying in this game, and I don't know why.
Because in Genshin there is no fucking swapping. Like, you swap to use, you go in, like, you swap ult skill, you swap back. That's it. In this case, swapping, or I was like doing your QTE or whatever you want to call it, actually does something else. And it was the same thing with PGR for once again.
Zone 0 did similar stuff. You could swap between, they could do some
yeah, and that's the same thing that was present in Honkai Impact.
Attacks. But from minute 1, Zenless Zone 0.
No, they are mummies.
Like button mashing. A little bit. Like a little bit. And from moment 1 in this one, I was having fun. The spectacle was there, but I think it's because the bosses can actually crush you if you're not playing well. Like, I was missing a bunch of the counters there. I still need to practice that stuff. Some of the enemies can absolutely dumpster on you, and these are arguably the easier versions. As you go to the world tiers, they get stronger, they get more aggressive, and in some of the other content, they get harder. And so, the combat is very fun. Switching between the characters is very fun. I like this, but it's using them against something that's also trying to kill me is what excites me. So I'm very excited about that.
You are never excited by the mint mint demon trying to hunt you down in Genshin? No way.
I think that the overworld, the questing, all that stuff is like, you know, pretty cool, pretty interesting. But I want to show you this really quickly. I'm gonna just go into
Polvex Power Director videos. Destiny 2. Destiny 2 is still there.
my my videos here quickly because I did a recording here. This is from earlier. Let me just move this over. Okay. This is from earlier. All right.
I want to see the spoilers.
It might be some spoilers. But if I look at this cutscene, if I look at what's going on,
Okay, I'm looking partially.
I don't think you can tell me like, oh, this is trash compared to Genshin. It's like, what? This looks insane. Do you know what I mean? It might not be your favorite art style. It might not be the best storytelling long term, but the cutscenes are very solid. And I want to talk about this very importantly because I know lore for some people is
Roland, actually, yeah, that guy actually looks like Roland.
We're dealing with here.
He's
ran
younger
into
than
him
Roland.
earlier, and he had a big
Damn.
discussion about this little town, and they were using wishes, and this shepherd came, but the shepherd was ominous. It was this god that was taking advantage of these sheep. All right, this flock. And they were sacrificing themselves to get their wishes, and it was this vicious trend. And eventually there was a
Wait, this is literally Hoyoverse with Genshin Impact and the player base. You are controlling the masses, and they are sacrificing themselves for your own good, by giving you money. This is literally Genshin Impact.
Black sheep.
Okay.
All right, that spoke up against it. And what did they want to do? They wanted to kill him and say, no, we want to keep doing this vicious cycle. And he told us this story. And I was like, all right, that's pretty cool. It's fine. Like, it's interesting lore.
Okay.
But we talked to him, and our character said, so were you the shepherd? And he says, no, I'm the black sheep. And so are you. And I was like, okay. I don't know what that means exactly. But then I ended up fighting him later on in the story. And I thought that this was pretty interesting, and it was a cool fight. And there was a situation where if he grabs you, he like does this crazy combo, like a fighting combo. It was cool. I love it. Like if he hits you, you're gonna be in some trouble. And it was fun. And then another phase started. I did some damage, and another phase started. And I want to talk about this because I think it's very important for this video. Number one, animations look really cool. Number two, though,
once again, not looking
out of this hole. What is that logo? What is that symbol? What are we seeing other than a black sheep, a black lamb? And I feel like even that homage to the earlier quest and talking about that is interesting. I think that it shows that they have some thought behind the story. I'm not going to pretend it's this amazing thing, but I would argue that some of Genshin's story is very boring, and I'm like, skip. And then at the very end of a quest, I'm like, oh, that was good. There's a crazy cutscene. Oh, that was good.
Like, let's be honest with ourselves. 70% of Genshin story is fucking boring, and like few icon quests moments are nice. And like the only actually interesting part of Genshin story is when Dainsleeve is there, because he drops in. Yo, what's up, mate? You have this story, this story, this story. By the way, your sibling is right there. What's up? See you next year.
And it might be the same here, but at least I'm seeing some inclination that they have some cohesion to the story. They have some interest in the story.
I still can't believe people praise Genshin for his story. Like I said, some part of Genshin's story is okay. But let's be honest, like I said, majority of Genshin quests are boring as fuck. And only a small portion of those are actually interesting. And the quests with Dainsleeve are actually fucking nice. And bro, you cannot compare Genshin's story to Honkai Star Rail. You cannot, because Star Rail actually like... Nah, you cannot compare. Star is way, way, way above Genshin when it comes to story. If it's not the Ark Conquest, it's ass. You can say it like this too. And I'm not disagreeing. So yeah. Plus the fact that there is no skip button in Genshin pisses me even more. So yeah.
And
like I remember Kazuha like hangout quest, whatever it was, when for like 4 hours you literally speak like with an old man about something like bro, what does this entire quest have to do with Kazuha? Because he sits there. That's all he this all he like he is in this quest. He just sits behind me, or like that's all. What Graves is the Genshin Killer? It has the skip button. Okay, $3.
I'm excited for it. I might still skip a whole bunch of it, but if there's some cool moments and some cool cutscenes, I think that's a win.
And that's okay. No one forces you to play the story. You play the game because you want to enjoy it, and if you are not enjoying a certain part, it's okay to skip it.
I'm not gonna pretend it's this insane story that's just better than Genshin, but like at least it's not terrible. And if it is, there's gonna be a skip button for like everything. So it is what it is. But visually, if we start looking at the cutscenes, if we look at some of the stuff that's available in game, visually, if we start looking at the cutscenes, if we look at some of the stuff that's
Akron League
game,
once again.
you can't tell me this doesn't look good. Some of the music that pops in during these fights, like, it looks freaking awesome. I'm very impressed with a lot of it. I think that the game is going to be good, and I think that for the first month or two, people are going to be shocked and hyped, and they are going to quit Genshin for a month, and they're going to be like,
Bro,
oh,
I'm so jealous they can play the game.
waves. And then they might quit, because maybe they can't hold on to it. Maybe they can't hold on to the magic. But
and that will probably happen.
My vibe right now is I think it'll be a fun game. It'll be something that I personally will go all in on when it launches. I will be making so many guides. I see so much potential for it. And if it only lasts a month or two, it is what it is. But I see a game that I'm enjoying and I like. And I'm just gonna ride that wave. I'm gonna ride that wave.
And that's good.
Now, another final thing
playing something that does not give you any joy is like pointless.
I do want to address is gacha. Okay, it's a gacha game. Some people hate this. Some people somehow love it. I hate it. I always.
This is always weird to me. People that say they hate gacha but they still play those games. I mean, maybe they like. I mean, they like the story, they like the characters. Like, bro, there is nothing for free. There is nothing for free. So, like, but I also think that people who hate gacha are the people like who are new to this genre. Because if someone plays many gachas, like after at some point you just stop to give a single flying fuck. Like if it drops, it drops. If it doesn't, like let's move on.
Always hate it. I don't know who I'm
not gonna read that message.
But at the same time, there's some magic to that as well because it's kind of like a rogue-like game. I don't know who I'm gonna get. I don't know when I'm gonna get that weapon. I don't know who I'm gonna get for my first
isn't weapon guaranteed
5-star unit. And because of that, and the adapting to that, it is kind of fun and it's novel. And I would say that the first month or two of these gacha games is when they're the most fun. When it's just dailies all the time, it starts to get less fun. And so it might be a flash in the pan.
How could it be less fun? Do you want to say that my Genshin experience is not fun? I love logging in, doing the same fucking dailies all the time, and then go back, like go out and pick my mint. You fuck. You're a hater. Fuck you.
It's just a quick thing that we enjoy, and maybe that's okay. But there's a few things. Is Kuro Games is known for being a little bit more generous Free 5-star when PGR launched for global.
Just saying for those who don't know, in PGR the guaranteed is after 60 polls. There is no 50-50. And yeah, there's like they're okay. They are okay with players. If you play the game consistently like every single day and you farm your shit and do your weeklies, do your dailies, you can pull almost majority of characters. So yeah. Wait, how much can you? How many tickets can you get? On like the premium currency you can get per version or an update? Like 12? I think I got 12 this update. 12k. I think it's okay.
Pulls when it launched overall. In this one, you get a free 5-star.
Weapon and Cup have 80 to 20. S rank banners have okay. 70-30 way. Really? Wait, this is not guaranteed. Okay, but it's still 70 to 30 and 80 to 20. Okay, my bad. My bad.
Just like HSR off the normal banner, like there's like the guaranteed one, which is cool and everything. But it appears that they've done some things with the events and everything to help you get your account up and running relatively quickly. You can still get destroyed by the gacha. There's still a 50-50 on this banner, but the weapon banner doesn't have a 50-50. On top of that, hypothetically, because of the shop that's available, like the free pulls you got. Okay, there we go. Ooh, wow. There's free pulls every month that you can get from this on the normal banner, the weapon banner, and the character banner. So hypothetically,
okay, 9.
Long term, you should have some weapons, even though you don't actually spend any money on the game or pull on that specifically. Over time,
okay,
you'll eventually hit pity, and it's going to be a long time, but eventually you'll get some crazy weapon on this banner. And it's like, oh, that's amazing.
Imagine him getting 5-star right now.
You get a bunch of blues, it is what it is. But I think that the systems overall look fine. Like it is what it is, but there's going to be a lot of this, like every other gacha game. What sets it apart for me, or at least has some potential, is normal wishes with the free pulls that you get. That's one thing.
Wait, wait. You can get this girl for free? I actually she is like my top 3 characters I wanted to play. Okay, she's for free. That's great.
Wishes with the
Let's
free
go.
pulls that you get. That's one thing. However, you start putting all the other normal pulls in, cool. Free 5-star weapon. They're not the best weapons, but still, it's like one more thing.
Winter series. Okay, so there's like a series. Okay.
Exactly what will be in the game for the launch. But hypothetically, there could be more. Because there's nothing on here that says, like, pre-order pulls. And a lot of these gacha games do that. I haven't seen anything about pre-registrations, pre-order. How many people have signed up? We got 5 million signups. Here's a free 5-star. Nothing. I haven't seen anything like that. And so that could still be coming on top of all these different things.
Understandable.
There's a free character you can get from doing the Abyss type stuff, and like.
So it's basically like almost every single gacha that is right now. You log in, there's like a new player bonus, new 5-star or new 4-star, some tickets, some buffs for doing this, doing that. Like it's the same almost everywhere.
You can get your account up and running relatively simple. And if you want to throw $5 at the battle pass or whatever, then do your thing. But I think I'll probably play it free to play because I just like that vibe. I don't like spending money. It ruins the game for me. But I'm sitting on, I think Withering Waves is going to be good. I have a feeling it's going to be good. People are complaining about the difficulty, even though
It's fucking good.
no.
Like if it's difficult, I'm so sorry. If it's not enough to use your Zhangli shield and just bonk everything with one attack, oh my god, I'm so sad. Shut the fuck up and get good.
No one is in the end game yet. No one has any idea what the end game looks like yet, officially. People are complaining about the story. Maybe it's trash. For me, I don't care. I don't like Genshin Impact a lot of the time because it's so much yapping. It's not interesting to me. I do not want to go on a date with Ayaka. I do not care even 1%. But some people love that. Genshin is not for me.
I still haven't like complete almost like majority of my dating quests in Genshin. Like
When I started that game,
not doing that
I
thing.
thought it was going to go in a completely different direction, and it is just over time and time again said, no, 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 this is not for you. We will make a card game before a new boss. We will make hangouts before anything. It's not for me. And Wuthering Waves might not be for you. But if you're someone like me that likes combat, I'm hoping that they nail it.
Good for you,
I have
Mtashed.
a vibe, a feel that they're going to nail it.
Good for you.
And if they don't, that sucks. But for right now, optimism is higher than expected. I was worried about it. I was nervous about it, but I can't wait.
I mean,
The
it's
other
still
thing
bad.
I want to
It's still like
discuss,
a lot
the
of things
final
will
thing
change.
is, we don't know when it's going to launch. So if we're looking at this stuff and it's like, oh, this
Hi,
looks really
Nikki.
good.
Welcome back.
Well, it might launch in a month, but it also might launch in like October, because that's when their like licenses due or whatever it's called. So all this stuff might still be iterated upon, and they've done dev talks about how much they've changed things. They might make the map more dense. Maybe they up the difficulty of some of these bosses in the early game. I don't know what they do. I have no idea. But if they cook for another 8 months and they make it even better,
That'll be good. That'll be good.
damn boy, it's a Genshin Killer.
$4. Let's go. $4, boys. We are rich. Okay, like I said, I cannot say if I'm agreeing about the game, cause well, I haven't played it. So yeah. Aside from some few bullshit takes early on and all the Genshin Killer stuff, yeah, great video. It's more or less like Tash-Man saying what he likes, what he doesn't like, yeah. Like this video is literally my honest thought on Wuthering Waves. This video should be called my honest thoughts on Wuthering Waves. Like being Genshin Killer, this is just a bait. This part is just to bait people in. So yeah. Okay. Good vid though. Good vid.